Hey everyone, this is Viper from Viper Media Productions. Welcome to the channel. This is going to be my Let's Play series for Farming Simulator 19. This will also be my first commentary video, so I do hope you like it. I do realize that I have a hum in my microphone. I will be fixing this very soon. I don't know where my normal microphone is at, so I am using a headset right now that has a microphone attached to it. So I will be using that for the time being. And again, I'll be fixing that very soon. As far as mods are concerned, I don't download every mod here. I just basically pick and choose which ones I like. There's a couple of the two big buds. I did download those. I downloaded the JCB wheel loader, and I did get this trailer here, but I don't really use it. It is only a 48,000 capacity trailer, so it's not that big. Maybe someday I might have a use for it. Not really sure. And then I did get a few of these. I got all three of those flatbeds, and there's a couple. This is a nice baler here because it's for the round bales. Because there always was one for the square bales, but not for the round bales. So this is like the auto stacker for the round bales. Alright, let's get started here. So you have two maps. You have the Ravenport and you have Felsbrunn. The Ravenport is the American map. Normally I would be picking the American map, but because I am an American, I prefer to do that one. However, I don't really care for this map. I don't care for the layout of it. I don't like where the location of the shop is in relation to your farm. So there's no real easy way to get to to your farm from the shop. Every time I would take something back from the shop to my farm that I bought, I would always take a different path, and I could never really figure out a good path to it. So I didn't really play it that much, and I decided to just stop playing it. I may eventually go back to it sometime, but for now, probably not. So this is my normal game that I've been playing along with, but we are going to do a new game here for this Let's Play series. So as you can see, you've got three game modes now. New Farmer is basically what we're used to from the other previous farming simulator games. You start off with $100,000. You can get more from the bank. You start off with the land, and you start off with a few um, tractors and the small combine and a small trailer, just to kind of get you started, like typically before. Farm Manager, you start off with more money. It's about $500,000. You can again get more. Uh, you have no land, no buildings, and no equipment. So you have to decide where you're going to put your farm at, and you decide how you want to do your farm as far as your buildings are concerned. So you have absolutely nothing. Now, start from scratch is basically the same thing as Farm Manager, where you start off with nothing. You have no land, no equipment. However, with this one here, you start off with $1 million. And another thing to be said between these three modes is that you get the most amount of money when you're doing missions and when you're selling your crops with the new farmer. So being that we're only going to be doing about an hour of video per session, that's going to make the most sense to do the new farmer one, so we can get the most money and not and get money quicker, a little bit faster. So we're going to start with new farmer, and again we're going to be doing Felsbrunn. So I'm gonna go with the case IH hat and this shirt. You can do a jacket. Not a big fan of it. It's okay, and you can put on some sunglasses, but I don't think we will. So these are the current mods that I have. This is a bucket that's got a 10,500 liter capacity in it. I like to use that one. This is the Beast Challenger, which is like the cat or the Challenger with the duals, the big buds, and there's a few other ones that you saw in there. And then, as you will see in this game, there's no easy, convenient way to refill your fertilizer and your seed and your lime. In this game, you actually have to put lime on your fields periodically to increase the yield of them. So you have to put lime on there, and you have to refill your seeder, or I'm sorry, your fertilizer with lime, and just like the fertilizer. So there's no easy way of doing that. I mean, it's not really that difficult. You can just purchase. You have to purchase the bags or the crates of lime, fertilizer, and seed, and you go to the store with your implement that you want to fill, and you just drive up next to it, and you hit the R key to refill it. So it's not difficult. When I first started doing it was I thought you had to actually use a front loader to pick up the crate and dump it in, but you actually don't have to do that. I found out you can actually drive up next to it, but it's not really difficult, but it's just more time consuming and just a hassle. So that's why I got these silos. So this one here is kind of big and bulky. I don't use that one. I use this one here, the seeds and the fertilizer. I also have a pump, a refuel pump, but I may or may not use that. This one here I should actually get rid of because I think it's bugged. It's supposed to be fertilizer, but it just says it's water. So I'm going to go ahead and start this. Notice it mentions about the tutorial. The tutorial is only available in the Ravenport map, the American map. You will not get a tutorial when you do this map. So if you are new to the game and you want to watch or go through the tutorial, then you must do the other map. Okay, let's switch to our harvester here and get him going. Looks like I'm missing some, but that's okay. So get him cultivating. Here's our cedar. Now in this game, because of the fact that you have basically full control of your farm, you can actually sell these buildings, and I'm going to be selling a couple of these. This structure right here, or barn, is you can go inside of it, but doesn't really fulfill a purpose. Even the farmhouse over here doesn't really fulfill a purpose. You can actually go inside of it, but as far as I know, you can't really do anything in here. I've heard you can change your appearance once you create your avatar. You might better go through and change your appearance through here. I don't know. Um, yeah, you can sleep, so you might be able to just like sleep off the night and get back to daytime. I have not tried to do that yet, but going through the doorways can be kind of a pain. So I'm gonna leave that building there, but I'm gonna sell the other two. This structure right here, this little shelter, is it's just not big enough. You can't come in from the sides, and it's not wide enough to really get a lot of vehicles in there or implements. So I personally think it's kind of pointless. So you gotta go to the garage. So we're just gonna sell those actually right now. So this is the farmhouse. We're gonna leave that one. We're gonna get rid of the shelter. You can sell that one for 15,000. And the barn. You can sell that one for 50,000. Got a little bit of money from them, so then you can see we got plenty of open space now that we can put our own structures in there. I'll be using that space to put in some of the silos I showed you earlier. Let's take off the cover. I'll be getting rid of this harvester as soon as I can. I'll probably end up leasing one for a while until I can afford to buy my own, because this harvester is so small that it takes him forever to do a field. I probably could do that right now actually. How much would it cost to lease one of these? Now when it comes to leasing, this shows you your initial cost. This is not what you pay per day. This is what you pay per day. So your initial cost is always going to be a lot more. So for things like a harvester, this is a pretty significant amount of money for your initial cost. So something like this, you want to keep it for a while to make it more worth it. So this is going to cost about $4,200 a day. So that is probably doable. And this just changes you can put wide tires in the back. So, yeah, I'm really tempted to do that. So I think I'm going to lease this. We can just get rid of the other harvester right now. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And of course, we got to get our header. I'm going to be doing mostly soybeans. So we just got to get a regular header for that. So make sure we get the right one here. This is the AXOFlow 9240 series. so this one here is for this one. I'm going to go ahead and lease this as well. 13.7 meters. That's a big implement. Alright, let's go ahead and pick that up. So it looks like this header is it's on its trailer. I don't know if I can pick this up or not. I should be able to. Okay, yep. And then let's unfold. So whether the header is ready for use. Wow, this thing's wide. Ah, I can't even fit through there. Yeah, I should have yielded right away, but I didn't. I actually am going to be turning the traffic off. And I'm going to be clipping that sign. Alright, sure, you can go ahead. I don't typically, I mean, trying to be nice and follow the roads, follow the signs, but it is a game after all, so I don't always follow the roads. When the road sign says to, go on the right hand side or stay to the right, I don't always do that. So I know I should, but I mean, I guess it's just a game. So there's no cops that tell me I can't. All right, so let's go ahead and empty this harvester. And I'm going to disable the straw swath. I'm going to have him go this direction. And we're just going to go ahead and take this to the shop and sell it. So like right here is what I was talking about. This road sign says to stay to the right. I don't always do that. In case you're wondering, I do play with the mouse and keyboard mostly. That's my primary method of play. I do also have a Xbox controller hooked up that I use on occasion. But mostly what I use the controller for is if I'm running a wheel loader or something like that, where when you have to raise and lower the bucket, for example, on a mouse, I use a trackball, so it gets kind of choppy doing that. So I tend to use the controller so I have more of a fluid movement. So we can sell that for 28,000. That's not bad. What are we going to get for the harvester? $89,000, not bad. That's quite a bit more than I was expecting. So we basically more than covered the cost for the leasing of the new one. In my other save game I have, I took out some of these trees back here because like this time the helper did do a pretty good job of avoiding them, but um, when you get some of the bigger implements, the bigger plows and the bigger seeders and whatnot, sometimes they do get kind of in the way. And so these two trees here especially. So I might eventually cut them down. When you do the new farmer level, you start off with, same as previous games, you start off with some crops in there. So we got 15,000 liters of wheat, 12,000 of barley, and about 13,000 of oats. And then we've got some canola, sunflower, and we got some soybeans already. So we've also got some corn. So you can use that however you want. Don't have any animals and don't have any plans to get them for a while, so I will probably just go ahead and sell those and get some money. So one thing that is definitely unique about this game is that you in previous games you had to buy the field in order to grow crops on that. This one here you have to actually buy the land. So if you click on the lands button, you'll see that I own these two properties here. And I can sell them if I want to. And if I want to buy this piece of property here, for example, this that contains field 18, you're buying this whole piece of property, including this little grassy area down here. And this cost is $180,192. I will probably be getting this one up here, number 10, because this one here has a large area for a large grassy area that is good for putting animals in. This one here costs $530,064. So also the biogas plant you have to actually purchase this land in order to be able to put down the chaff. Same thing with when you actually sell the silage at the sell point there. You have to actually purchase, you have to own this before you can sell the silage there. And as I stated in another video I made, that the biogas plant only pays out at midnight. It does not pay out when you first sell the silage to it. So it doesn't pay out until midnight. I wish they would change that, but hopefully they will eventually. But as of right now, it doesn't pay out until midnight. Alright. Harvester is full. I don't know what the capacity is on this trailer. So we may not be able to take all of it. Yeah, you can tell there's still some still left in the harvester. So this trailer does not have enough capacity to take the whole thing. We'll have to be getting in. We'll be getting a new trailer soon, real soon. So. Okay. We're going to need a bigger trailer anyway when we start selling this crop. So let's see what we got here. The thing about the trailers is that in my other game I have this trailer right here, and notice how it stores or holds 60,000 liters. Then you look at this auger wagon. I like the one that has the tank treads. I love tank treads or tracks. This one here, when you upgrade it all the way, you can get up to 70,000 liters. But this thing, I realize it's wider than the semi-trailer, but it's not near as long. So I don't feel this thing should hold more than that semi-trailer. I think that's kind of silly. Now this is nice because this is an auger wagon. You can use you can extend this auger out and dump it into. You can dump it into the silo, or you can also dump it into another trailer. But one thing I did find out is you can't use these auger wagons for chaff. Notice it does not have chaff on here. So I don't know what I'm going to get. This is the biggest trailer other than the semi-trailers. This requires a semi, or you can use a dolly for a tractor. This is the biggest one that you could use for a tractor. I could do this one here for now, and then just get the dolly for it. Because eventually I'll probably want to use this one here for chaff. So this is 130,000 to buy. This is actually not bad to lease though. Decisions. Okay. Is the harvester done? Yes, it is. Okay. So one thing I do want to do is turn crop destruction off. I don't want to have to worry about that. I'm going to turn the traffic off. Okay. So we need to lime this field here. So this will do lime and fertilizer. We're going to extend it by getting that upgrade. So this upgrade, basically what this does, for $8,000 more, you can turn this into a 12-meter width to an 18-meter width. And you can also get extensions for the to extend the capacity of this. So you can get this up to, looks like 14,000 liters. I don't think we need to do that. The reason why I say that is because initially right now I'm going to use this for lime to do that other field, but eventually I'll be using that for fertilizer, and I'll buy the bigger one for lime. But we gotta do this, we gotta grab up that, we gotta bale that straw first before we can start liming that field. So let's go grab a baler. We're gonna use the round baler, and we're gonna lease this. This is why I prefer this mat, because the shop is so close to your farm. Okay, we're gonna lower the pickup. We're gonna turn it on. Baling is kind of neat. It's not something that I want to do all the time, because it is pretty time consuming, but it is pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty kind of picturesque when you look at your field and you see all these bales on it. this is a fairly, I mean, it's a decent sized field, but if you were to bale, like say for example field number 10, that would take a long time. Alright, almost got another full bale out of that, but unfortunately you don't get what's left in the baler. Actually, we go ahead and take this back now because I'm going to release the bale collector. So this is one of the mods I downloaded. This is for the round bales. So this is the auto stack for the square bales. It makes collecting the bales much easier. Well, this mod here is same kind of thing, except for this is the round bales. This is for round bales. So we're going to go ahead and lease this. And we'll take this back and grab the bale collector. Okay, we're just going to return it. And then we'll go grab the bale collector. Now the bales I'm going to be getting from this field, I'm just going to end up selling on them and making a little bit of extra money from them. You don't get much, but you do get a little bit. Let's see, looks like I got about 6 bales. Okay. Actually, I don't want a lot of them, but I want to keep these two. I'll use these for the animals eventually when I get them. You use one of these round bales for the bedding. And one bale goes a long way. On my other save game, I'm still using the first bale. These other ones we're going to sell though. See, like this one here, for example. Notice how they want you to keep right. Well, if you were pulling a big old semi-trailer through here, that would be kind of hard to do without knocking the signs down. So they're not going to get much for these bales. I believe you get about 2,500 for a set of 8 bales. And we've only got 4, so not going to get very much. Oh, yeah, 2367 for 4 of them. Must be that the price for bales is up pretty high right now. I'm not really sure which one it is. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take this back. But we're going to get started on cultivating that field. bigger cultivator. So I got this one here. It's only a 3 meter. This thing sure is big. I have yet to get one of these. It's a 24 meter. Of course, we can't go too big right now because we just got a small tractor. But I'm thinking about buying another tractor sometime soon. Or at least leasing one for now. So this is a 6 meter here, but it requires a 300 horsepower tractor. We've also got the disc harrowers too, which do the same thing. This one here, for example, or no, I'm thinking about the seeders. Yeah, this one requires a 400 horsepower. Now this is a 6 meter here. Only requires 180 horsepower, so that's not too bad. So this is going to be twice as wide as what we have now. The tractors that we have is only 115 horsepower. However, okay, we can get this up to 150. Now this one here is 150. Oh, we can't do engine on that one. So we would definitely have to get a new tractor. That's 100 horsepower. Get to 110. Well, this one will do it. This one will go up to 201 horsepower. But we're looking at $149,000 for that. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and buy this. Let me make sure that... There we go. Okay. I don't think we're going to have enough to buy a trailer right now. Nope. Okay. But we can always borrow some more money right now. So we would need to buy this trailer here for $78,000. And this dolly. We can also take this back and sell it too, and we're going to get some money for this too. No, not much though. Only 6,000. Okay. So this one, yeah. So 31,000 for that. I like these Veltras. They're pretty cool looking. I'm wondering if I need to get a wheel weight for this, for the front end of this. This thing looks pretty big. Let's see. There. That should do it. Whoa. So we can't forget that we need a. It's like I'm missing a little bit there, maybe, but no, maybe not. We can't forget that we need to lime this field, so we got to do that just after we get done cultivating that. I'll get some lime. We'll get one more. Okay. Let's go return this now. And return. So we need 78,000 for that. Let's just go ahead and borrow some money from the bank. That should do it. Just because I don't want to have to lease this, because this is something that I plan on keeping. So we're going to have to attach the dolly here first. And then attach the trailer. Yeah, you can tell this thing is kind of struggling pulling this trailer. It's only going 16 miles an hour. So once we are done with the cultivating of that field, we will start sowing our crops here. But I think that's going to be it for the next video. That's going to do it for me here, folks. So I do hope that you enjoyed watching this video. Um, Please like and subscribe if you did. And stay tuned for more Farming Simulator 19 videos. Again, this is Viper, and I do hope you stick around, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.